Hi guys, my name is Lauren and welcome to my weekly vlogs. I just started, so be super nice. If you want to see one of my first videos that I posted, head on down to my channel. It's super rough, but it's kind of my first one. I was a little proud of it, so definitely give it a like. If you want to leave a comment, go ahead and do that. But today I'm going to be doing a product review of some shampoos that I have used and am using, and kind of just comparing the two. And then I figured I would talk about some ambassadorships that I've done with certain brands. I am a part-time content creator and a full-time social media coordinator, and during my part-time gigs I have actually partnered with some brands that are on Instagram. And it's so funny to me because I never thought that I would be good enough for that kind of a thing, especially at the time I had a very small following. But these brands reached out to me asking me to be their ambassador, and so I'm gonna rate them. There's only 3, so I'm gonna rate all 3 of them, basically from a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being bad, 10 being great, and kind of give a reason as to why I feel that way. So let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and start with the product review. So I'm not entirely sure if everyone's heard of Function of Beauty. It's a fairly new and growing brand. They're actually pretty popular on social media. I've seen some of their products at Target, which is super great because when I first discovered them, it was literally an Instagram ad, and I thought, oh, that's so cool. Like, they're telling you basically to go on their website and take like a hair quiz. And I went to go take a hair quiz. I filled out some of the things that I wanted to work on for my hair, and based on that they were able to create a shampoo and conditioner specifically for my head, my hair, all that kind of stuff. And I thought it was great. It was 65 bucks, I think, for a subscription for 3 months. So I opted in for that because for me, I don't use shampoo and conditioner very often, but I really liked the idea of customizing everything. I felt that there were certain things about my hair I wanted to kind of fix but also repair as well. I specifically made a lot of the alterations to, the product basically, and I ended up using it, liking it, and then eventually it wasn't really doing everything it was supposed to be doing. So to give you some context, one of the things I was trying to fix about my hair is the fact that I have crazy amounts of frizziness, especially when it's humid, and just really bad environments, like my hair just kind of goes poof, right? And so I felt like the shampoo at the time when I first got it was really helping with that, and then all of a sudden it just wasn't fixing any of it, and I'd have to put serums in my hair, and I'd have to straighten it or blow dry it or just basically do something different because the shampoo just really wasn't working anymore. And I felt like I was paying $65 every 3 months for a set of a shampoo and conditioner that was supposed to do this job for me. I filled out all these quizzes and all this kind of stuff, so it kind of bummed me out that I had to basically look for a whole new shampoo and conditioner that was gonna help what I needed with my hair. So just to show you the bottle, this is a 16 fluid ounce bottle. You can customize the color as well, so they have pink, purple, green, blue, peach, all these different things. They probably have more now, but I opted for a peachy pink color for this one. I can't remember what scent I used because you can actually pick different kinds of scents for your shampoo and conditioner. Kind of smells like tropical bubble gum, in my opinion. You can make them sparkly too, and I loved the fact that this was compact. It's a pretty decent size. It's almost filled basically to the top, which is great because a lot of times brands will have their bottles not all the way filled to the top, but this is pretty close, to the lid. And the cap itself actually comes as a little suction cup thing with it as well. I'm not sure if you can see it, but to me, I think the purpose of it basically is to help seal it in so there's no leakage, there's no issues or anything like that. I can shake it up, I can move it around, and it's not gonna spill everywhere or anything like that. And I think what's super convenient about having that kind of a cap is that you can take it pretty much anywhere you want to go with high elevation because it's not going to explode or get all over your clothes or all your products. I still put all of my shampoo in Ziploc bags just in case, but I've never had a leakage issue with this, so I feel like this is probably one of the best caps to a shampoo bottle that I've ever kind of experienced or bought before. So comparatively from the Function of Beauty shampoo, I decided that I wanted to basically pick something that was kind of the same. This is paraben free, it's cruelty free. This one's vegan, but I decided after doing some research and kind of just roaming around Target and just looking at different brands and everything, I decided to go with Herbal Essences, and I decided to pick on their BioRenew Herbal Essences shampoo and conditioner bottle. So I bought the bundle at Target, and so let me show you what it looks like. So this is the bundle box. It's still in its box from when I purchased it. I'm still using 2 of the other products right now, so like I'm still on like the shampoo and conditioner of this in the shower, so like I didn't have a purpose to open this yet. But I loved the blue, and that kind of caught my eye first because I'm kind of a sucker for the color blue. This is also paraben free. I believe this is color safe, and you can make Function of Beauty shampoos color safe as well. This is a pH balanced type of shampoo and conditioner, so for those who are really into like alkaline, pH balance, making sure that it's kind of, you know, obviously balanced, this is probably the best shampoo for you. Other things, I think this is actually smaller. I think the box says that it's 13.5 fluid ounces, whereas Function of Beauty is 16 fluid ounces, and that's their smallest bottle. So comparatively, you could see the difference in size. Yeah, you can definitely see, even in the box, you can tell that like this is just bigger because I'm pretty sure that's just how they make their products. But I personally like it. It gives like a nice, it says it's argan oil repair, and it doesn't really say like the actual like scent of it, but if I had to figure it out, it's like a vanilla coconut kind of scent with like argan oil and stuff. It's so refreshing. I actually really like it. But personally, I have been using this for 3 months, and I saw results probably within the first week of using it. So what I was trying to target was repairing some split ends, fixing the frizziness in my hair, and kind of strengthening my hair. So I basically was watching out for that for an entire week, and I was so surprised because an issue that I've been dealing with is the fact that like I have hair clumps that come out in the shower, and it concerns me because sometimes it's stress induced and sometimes it's like my diet, or it's what I've read, it could be the shampoo that you're using or the water pressure in your shower. And our water pressure here is pretty good. I don't have any trouble with that, but it was like the shampoo was the issue. And after using this shampoo and conditioner, my hair clumps have actually decreased in size. Probably like if it used to be like this big, it's probably gone down to like that big, which is a huge difference, especially for someone like myself who like I've been experiencing these hair clumps for like years. So being able to see such a huge difference between the two, I really felt like I had to tell people about this, or like had to compare, you know, like shampoos, because if someone's experiencing this too, I felt like this was just a great way to share that, you know, through kind of like my little vlog episode. So I think for Function of Beauty, I would probably give it, I'd say like a 6 out of 10. I think for its price, it could be worth it if it was actually consistent in helping, for me personally, with what I needed to target with my hair. I do like the cap, you know, with that little suction part of it. I do like the fact that it is kind of filled up more than most bottles, but I still felt like the product just wasn't helping my hair, and in fact was keeping it the same. So I would give that a 6 out of 10. But for Herbal Essences, I would probably I'd probably rate that, I want to say like an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. I still kind of feel like There's still maybe some work to be done. I do know that they have other colors. They have like a green color and I think like an orangey red. So I'm curious to see what those would do for my hair. But I feel like I just have to give it like an 8.5 or a 9. I don't feel like I can give it like a full 10 out of 10. Probably the fact that like it's less fluid ounces than the Function of Beauty, but it's somehow like taller. I think that they could probably still work on another couple of things. Like for me personally, I feel like since I still get hair clumps, you know, maybe there's a way where I can figure out if it's me or if it's the product I'm using, and maybe I've tried to find something different. But anyways, that is pretty much what I would say for Function of Beauty and Herbal Essences. If you guys have any recommendations for hair after watching this video that have to do with frizziness control and like hair repair and just hair strengthening, definitely leave a comment down below. I am so open to trying new products all the time. I'm constantly doing research, reading articles and stuff like that, so I would totally recommend leaving me some suggested products. And we're back. Okay, how we doing? Great. Okay, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. Super appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video and to my channel. Also follow me on Instagram. I would totally appreciate the support, and if you guys want to be friends, definitely like hit me up. I love making new friends. So now I'm going to talk about my experience as an ambassador with 3 different brands. Since I'm no longer an ambassador for any of those brands, I feel like I can openly talk about it, give some advice. I've gotten a lot of questions about the brands that I was featured in and worked with. A lot of the questions were the same in the sense that they all asked if those brands were scammy, and they definitely came off that way because obviously they're not really well-known brands. Their clothes kind of seem like the same that you would find pretty much on any of those kinds of accounts, and they all varied in prices. So I stuck to 3 different kinds of categories. I stuck to clothing, swimwear, and jewelry. So I guess in order of everything, I first started off with the clothing brand called Stella, and I felt like their communication was very quick. It was transparent. They were really easy to reach if I had any questions. They had really nice clothes, and I could tell while I was on the website, unless those are just bots, that a lot of people were on those websites trying to buy the clothes, you know, in their thing, and it kind of gave me some security to feel like, okay, like this isn't really scammy, like people are on here right now buying all these products. So I decided to take a chance, and I was like, okay, yeah, like let's do it. So I bought a few items, I think some of which I don't even have anymore. I think I got rid of them. They weren't bad quality actually for the price that I got, because they give you like a discounted price and you still have to pay for like the shipping, and that's something else to look out for. They'll tell you that you can basically get these items for free, but you still have to pay for shipping and handling, and you should never have to pay for anything if they're trying to get you to advertise for their brand, or if they're trying to gift you something for free. You know, don't ever fall into that trap of having to pay the shipping and handling, because that's just how their company works. You are much better, you deserve much better than that, so definitely stay away from those kinds of brands and those kinds of recruiters who are trying to do that to you. So the quality of the clothes weren't actually terrible. I think they were kind of cheaply made in my opinion, and I was seeing a lot of the same kind of dress that I had bought on different brand accounts for varying prices. And I think the one dress that I was featured in for Stella, I think that one like was like $100, I think. I can't remember. But I only was an ambassador for them for about a year, and I only did the one-time post because I just could not afford, even with the discount, I still couldn't afford buying those high-priced, low quality type of clothes. And And I kind of started to realize that not a lot of people were actually buying the products I was advertising on my social media account. And even when they were advertising for it, I never got really any commission for that. Like if someone were to buy the dress that I was wearing and used my code, I had no way really of knowing if they were paying me for that, like the brand was paying me for that, because they didn't really have a website for me to go on and figure out where I could get my discount, like, you know, see all that kind of, I don't know, purchasing stuff, or like, oh, if someone made a purchase, like here's your commission for it or something like that. So I kind of got tired of that, gave up on that, and then I went towards a jewelry brand a little bit after that, and they were called Crescent Treasures, I believe. They had really cute stuff. A lot of their jewelry was gold. I believe it was like 14 karat, no, it was something, I can't remember. But I still actually wear one of the necklaces that I got from them from time to time, because it's actually a really cute necklace and a lot of people give me a lot of compliments when I wear it. But same situation, it looked scammy, and even when I was advertising it on my my in-feed social media account, no one was really actively trying to use the code or buy anything, and the brand Crescent Treasures wasn't very active on their social media when it came to like advertising for it with me as their ambassador, and they didn't really put me on their social media like you, Stella, did. But I do have to say that I still really liked the products. Now, would I buy them again? I don't think so. Personally, I think their discount was a little low, and their products I think were a little too expensive for me, especially for a brand that wasn't that big in general, or isn't that big in general, and doesn't have a huge following. You can always tell too, obviously, if like an account or brand is kind of scammy by how many likes that they get or engagement that they get on their posts. So I didn't really do a ton of research on there, but after kind of buying some of their products and then not getting kind of the results that I wanted, I had checked their in-feed posts, and I mean, they have quite a bit of engagement, you know, still kind of questioning whether they bought that or it's genuine people or anything like that, but I digress. So the last brand that I worked with, it was a swimwear one. This one, I thought like it was gonna be this really cute swimwear brand, because they advertised it to look really cute and sporty and very much like beachy babe kind of vibes, and I was like, oh, that's like my vibe this summer, beachy babe, right? So I agreed to be their ambassador, and theirs was a little more elaborate with how they set you up. So unlike the other two brands, this one actually had a specific website for their ambassadors to use. So if someone were to buy a product from me and using my discount, I can actually see the purchase go and like my commission basically. And you can accrue points, which kind of was a weird system. You had to accrue enough points or money or something like that to be able to win a prize to a different country, which I didn't really believe like people could do, like a brand could do that, you know what I mean? So I didn't really care too much about that. I did like the bathing suit. I liked that it's tight, but it's not squeezing all the wrong places. I purposely got a high-waisted bottom and a kind of square-ish top, and it's like an olivey light green, kind of like, yeah, I don't know, it's like a green color, but it's not olive, and it's like a little lighter than that. And I loved it. I loved it so much. I wore it a few times during the summer, but same thing, no one was buying the product and no one was using the discount code, and the brand, I keep doing that, the brand did not feature me at all on their stories, their in-feed posts, nothing. So I had reached out and was like, hey, you guys promised that you guys were gonna put me on your in-feed or even your Instagram stories on Instagram, and like I haven't seen any of that. Is like there a delay going on? Because I'm seeing all these other people, you know, getting posted, and they got back to me like days later, and they were like, oh, so sorry about that. Yeah, we're still working on it, but we'll get to you in time, basically. Just stay tuned. And I was like, okay, sure, I know what that means. So they have not still done it to this day. And I just decided I didn't want to continue being an ambassador for their brand, and one of the things that their requirement was that I had to put my discount code and the fact that I was an ambassador for their brand in my bio, which I didn't really like, because if I wanted to do other brands, it could deter that brand from wanting to work with me, because they would think that I'm already occupied with something else or whatever, I don't know. But I just didn't like the idea of it, so I kind of deleted it off of my bio, I think like 2 or 3 months later, and just never reached out again, and I finally finished my ambassadorship with them as well. So if I had to rank all of them from 1 to 10, going in order from where I started and where I ended, you, Stella, definitely give that like, I'd say like a 6 out of 10. I mean, they were pretty transparent, they were getting back to me quickly, excuse me. They communicated everything that they needed to communicate, I think, to me. They reached back out to me even though I wasn't interested anymore. They posted me on their social channel, whether that was Instagram stories or Instagram in feed, and I really appreciated that. But I didn't appreciate so much the price of all their clothing and the fact that it was still a little low quality. For the Crescent Treasures, I think I would probably rate that maybe like a 4 out of 10, only because it was very minimal communication. I think I only really liked like 2 or 3 of their items to begin with, so it wasn't like I was over the moon for their jewelry. You really have to like catch my eye for me to be like, oh my god, like you guys have to buy this. I just was trying something different. I thought jewelry would be a good direction to go for an ambassadorship, so I feel like 4 is probably a generous rating. And for the last one, I didn't even mention it, it's Capaware. I definitely give that like a 2 out of 10. For sure. I think that they could definitely do a lot better with the quality of their bathing suits. I think that they could be a little bit more communicative. I think their prices for their bathing suits are a little outrageous in my opinion. And I think that the fact that they promised me something and they didn't follow through with it says a lot about their brand. So I would highly recommend doing a lot of research. You know, if you see certain people being posted on their accounts, I would definitely reach out to those people who are like the ambassadors. Hopefully they get back to you. I'm super good at getting back to certain people, especially like if they're asking if it's kind of scammy, because I feel bad. I don't want you guys to like agree to an ambassadorship, you know, and not know all of the details of it. And since I've done 3 already, I felt like it was necessary for me to talk about this stuff, because this, you know, influencers and content creating and being ambassadors for brands is super big right now and has been in gaining traction. So at least with my stories, you guys can base it off of your own personal experiences or base it off of what you want to do and kind of go from there. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for following me on this journey. I really so much appreciate it. If you want to leave a comment, please be nice and leave a comment, like, subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Okay, bye.